Back here at Plainmoor, it's more bad news, I'm afraid, for Truro City after going down 3-2 to Hungerford Town in a game they simply had to win. I know it's only August, but of course the longer the winless run goes on, the more, shall we say, anxiety comes in, and the more nervy perhaps the club becomes as well, as they seek that elusive first win of the season. With me is Ben Harding, the interim manager of Truro City. Ben, so much to talk about, controversial incidents, when Truro had the game under control, particularly in the first half after gaining that glorious start with a second-minute goal by Pittman. So where did it all go wrong for your boys?
Well, clearly the second half. I think we was definitely in control of the game in the first half. We scored a really nice early goal after 2 minutes, and we've remained control of the game. I think we obviously conceded to go 1-1 at half time, but I still felt that we was only ever going to come out in the second half and maintain a good healthy win. I thought there was we should have come in at maybe 3-4-1 with the opportunities. I don't know why the goal was ruled off for the other set play from Jared Lewington's header. I have no idea what the thinking was behind that. I feel that's a mistake, and then from there on it was our own mistakes that were our downfall.
Yeah, I was going to question you about the Jared Lewington, in inverted commas, goal put in from Conor Ilalow's corner. To me, he was unchallenged. He was on the goal line. He wasn't blocking the goalkeeper. But apparently, after the celebrations from your players, it took the referee an age to disallow it when they were walking back to the centre circle. Has he given you an explanation as to why he disallowed it?
He said that the Tyler Harvey, our number 9, was basically stopping the goalkeeper from coming for the ball. But it was clear to see that the centre half was standing between the goalkeeper and Tyler, so therefore if anyone was impinging the goalkeeper from collecting the ball, it would have been their centre half. I think at the end of the day it's a man's sport. There needs to be some sort of contact, otherwise what are we doing? And like you say, it took an age for anyone to understand what was going on. I feel that the whole way through that game it was clear to see that the man management from the referee was poor. Linesman got numerous decisions wrong, and I hate to say that, be negative about someone and say that someone's cost us a game, because I'm not saying that, because our mistakes did. But what I'm saying is that the refereeing at this level, I feel, needs to be better.
Interesting, about the referee, James Durkin from Bournemouth, because I believe he's the son of Paul Durkin. Because I saw Paul Durkin, the former Premiership referee, remember him, Ben? Come from outside the tunnel, and I'm obviously putting 2 and 2 together. If he's not his son, he'll be related. So you would think that standards would be high, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, exactly. I don't want to say anything controversial, because at the same time, he's, I would imagine, doesn't come onto the pitch to try and make mistakes. But clear to see, and I'm not obviously the only person that we feel hard done by the decisions that went against us.
You must feel sorry. Well, I'm trying to be kind here for your goalkeeper, who has been really busy in every game you've played. He's made some outstanding saves, but Jojo Wallocott's mistake to let in the hat-trick boy, Ten Grotenhuis, for his third goal. I mean, how did you feel at that time? I bet your head was in your hands, let alone Jojo's.
Well, the thing with the whole purpose of being a footballer is the fact that when you're young, you're going to make mistakes, and you need to learn from your mistakes. Now, I've been here last 2 weeks ago saying how well Jojo did. I think he done well today. I'm clearly asking him to try and pass the ball out from the back, because that's the way I want to try and play, and that's the style of play that we're trying to put into action with the Truro City Football Club. At the end of the day, it was a pass that was straight. A midfielder supposedly showed for it, and it was a mistake at the end of the day, and we will all make mistakes, and unfortunately today it's cost us, but no one means to make mistakes. We have to learn by that. Jojo has to learn by that, and he will do. He's a good lad, he's a good professional, and he moves on.
And a good goalkeeper as well. I hope that doesn't detract from supporters as well, thinking, oh dear, what a mistake, because I agree with you, he did play well. Now, the sending off for Jordan Kopp, first and foremost, he was booked alongside your captain, Jamie Richards, for protesting against a decision which they thought should have gone Truro City's way, near the corner flag. They were both booked, and then, as the clock ticked down, and of course, it's their prerogative, Hungerford's prerogative, to keep the ball and game management, as you call it. However, when that challenge went in on Darren Foxley, I thought Foxley made a meal of it. It was Jordan Kopp who was the protagonist, if you like, and unfortunately it was a second yellow. 2 yellows make a red. I mean, how did you feel about that?
Again, I didn't really see what happened. Obviously, I saw the reaction. Clearly, you can't do that on a football pitch, and we need to deal with that situation better, because Jordan will be frustrated in the sense of he did probably disagree with the referee, and we all do. We all do that when we're on the pitch, but you have to be professional in the sense that you just come on, don't get 2 yellow cards and get a red card and get sent off. Now, again, Jordan's young, and I want him to learn from his mistakes. It's it costs us in the sense we lose a member of our squad, and he's an important member of the squad, which is frustrating. But at the same time, I can understand his frustration when referees making constant mistakes.
Where do Truro City go from here? As I said in my introduction to you, Ben, it must be coming a very sort of anxious time for you now, and the longer it goes on, the more pressure it is on players, and they make, it can lead to them making more mistakes, can't it?
Like I just said in the changing room, I think that, me certainly, with my age, I've been in dressing rooms where I've been very successful, and I've been in dressing rooms where we've not been very successful, and the underlying problem with that is, when you can't get any lower than the snake's belly, where do you react and where do you bounce back from now? And the lads, really, just we have to show some sort of togetherness, and we have to believe in what we're trying to do and believe that we can get out of this mess, because at the same time I still think that the 3 points is just around the corner, because if we don't believe in what we're doing, then how on earth are we going to spin it round into a positive? I feel that there's still so much more to come, and we show it in spells throughout the games, but we need to maintain that for longer periods of time. It's a new group of players. We didn't have a very good pre-season. The lads are not as fit as they should be for reasons that we didn't have a very good pre-season, and that, I would say, is probably why we're not functioning as well as we should do. But it's a learning curve for all of us, and we move on swiftly, because there's another game of football next Saturday away at Wealdstone, which will be they will be tough opposition. And I'm sure that if we go there with a positive attitude, we can get what we need out of the game. But again, we need some more self-belief in our dressing room, because there's a few players that are lacking confidence. So we need to make sure that, if it's me or it's someone else, that we're providing people with the confidence they need to go into games and grow up and be men and go out and get 3 points.
Ben, we wish you the very best of luck on your travels to Wealdstone and Gloucester City. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
That's Ben Harding, the interim manager here at Truro City. Will Ben get the job? When will an announcement be made? That would help the cause for a start. Let's hope it's sooner rather than later. That's it then. Remember, if you want to subscribe to this coverage from Piran Films, YouTube, you can do. We'll be delighted to have you along. Next up, it's Wealdstone away next Saturday, followed by another away trip to Gloucester.